The lectures and workshops in the last 3 days taught you the laws, guidelines, framework, and directions. It also taught you the two components of phase-in, which are registration or enrollment and assessment using the prescribed tools. Finally, you were able to come up with a strong and credible assessment statement. Well, congratulations! Today we are going to talk about the first component under the KU implementation phase, which is agreement setting. Agreement setting includes two activities. The first one is the family or community visioning, and the second one is the household intervention planning and contracting. Our session's objectives are: discuss the purpose, process, and modalities of family visioning, household intervention planning, and contracting. Introduce the prescribed tools as applied in the case of Aling Tere and family. As emphasized in the previous discussion on assessment, an accurate analysis of the family's problems, needs, strength, and resources is important to assist the family formulate a realistic, purposive, and time-bounded goal. Household intervention plan must also be agreed as manifested in a signed contract of both the beneficiary and the case manager. Let's begin with family visioning. Family visioning. First of all, what does vision mean? Merriam-Webster defines it as the ability to see, sight, or eyesight. Visioning, therefore, helps us to see what we want to be 5 or 10 years from now. It boosts a positive outlook of the future as it conditions us that the now has the chance to be better in the future. So how do we assist our families to create their vision statement? Family visioning could be done either through the family development session or home visitation for a family dialogue. It is advisable that family members are present in this exercise. Family visioning has to be a fun activity. You may suggest collage or dream board making to engage the young members of the family. Do not forget to bring the materials with you during the visit. If you opt to conduct this activity through a family dialogue, here are the suggested steps. Number 1. Discuss first with the family the result of the assessments conducted. Get their impressions, reactions, and finally their approval. Explain to them that the findings could help in determining the actionable steps to address the needs. However, before going to the specific plan of action, it is important to determine first their vision for the family, both short and long term. Number 2. You may then begin by asking them, ano ang gusto mo na maging kalagayan ng iyong pamilya 5 o 7 taon mula ngayon? Number 3. Allow the family to have time to discuss among them. Remember your collage or dream board? These modalities will come in handy in this stage. Be fully present to probe. You may lead them back to the assessment results as their benchmark for designing their future state of condition. Number 4. Collage and dream board may be complemented with a written vision statement. Remember, a vision statement need not be concrete. Visioning has no limits. Now, the family is ready to formulate their household intervention plan or HIP. This could be conducted in another round of family dialogue. Here are the suggested steps. Number 1. Review with them the assessment results and the family vision statement. Number 2. Assist them in translating the vision statement into goal. In creating a goal, make it SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bounded. Number 3. Refer to the case management form number 4 for the household intervention plan template. The overall goal has to be translated into specific objectives and activities for the achievement of the overall goal. The tasking has to be specifically assigned and with a doable and realistic timeline. Number 4. The HIP will be formalized through a contract of agreement signed both by the case manager and the household grantee. It shall indicate the household participation in the development of and concordance with the plan. Further, it shall be written in the mother tongue of the family beneficiary. Both parties shall keep an original copy as their guide to enhance the implementation and conduct of monitoring and evaluation of the HIP later on in the helping process. To concretize this process, let's go back to the case of Aling Tere. Based on the result of the assessment, Aling Tere and family, with the assistance of the case manager, was able to come up with the following HIP. The example is just part and partial of the overall HIP. We have not yet dealt with other concerns of the family such as Christian's inappropriate behavior, Aling Tere's expressed feeling of work overload and involvement in gambling and other concerns. For now, let us assume that Aling Tere and family with their case manager was able to complete the HIP. To finalize the agreement, Aling Tere as head of the household and the case manager shall sign the contract or kasunduan and shall be the reference document to check and monitor progress. We're done! It's time for you to apply the lesson on agreement setting in your actual case. Kindly refer to the workshop mechanics. Before we fully end the session, let's look back to the objectives. Number 1 is to discuss the purpose, process, and modalities of family visioning, household intervention planning, and contracting. Number 2 is to introduce the prescribed tools as applied in the case of Aling Tere and family. Were the objectives met? We are about to discuss the next task and the implementation phase, the integrated delivery of social development programs and services by the social service workforce.